What's going on, everybody? Hopping back into My Hero Ultra Rumble, and y'all saw the title of the video. Y'all probably see the thumbnail. I haven't made the thumbnail yet as I'm recording this, but knowing me, I'm gonna make this creative. So if you know the memes with Deku and everything about My Hero, I won't spoil everything, but if you know, you know. So, long story short, for this video, I am seeing how Deku feels after he got his nerf. They went ahead and nerfed his crouch shot on his alpha, as I believe most of you already know, and I'm using this as the opportunity to go ahead and try him out and see how he feels. So, right there instantly, Michael Press got taken out by this team. I don't know if it's a team. It feels like multiple people are fighting here, and we just got caught in the crossfire. So I got a lucky down on somebody. Well, I mean, my aim, kind of lucky. I kind of lucky, kind of not, but not the point. So, like I was saying though, yeah, alpha nerf, and I'm real with you. It super hurts him. It hurts him really bad. The character's not dead. He's not bad now, but he definitely dropped tiers. If you like before the nerf, I had Assault Deku in like I say low A tier. Now you could really argue him to be like B tier. Somebody say low B tier. Somebody say high B tier. I think he's just overall B tier now after they nerfed his crouch shot. It's crazy, honestly. Like, I get why they nerfed it in a kinda not, because hear me out. Assault characters, in my opinion, are characters who are meant to be more defensive in some form or fashion, and because of how defensive they are built to be, whether that's in mobility and how they can move around, like how All Might can move around, or whether they could be like Kendo and they can hold a shield up and defend themselves. Like, you know, they're meant to be tankier, they're meant to be more defensive. Because of that, that's also why they have moves that can, you know, do big damage and like in singular hits. Like Deku's beta, I would say All Might's beta, Mount Lady in her giant mode. Her stomps hurt. I mean, like even Mount Lady in her normal form, she could just melt you with damage. Shigaraki, even though you need to combo with his, he still does insane damage. Like all these characters, they could do big damage with like you know, one move or one or two moves. I feel like that's how they make the makeup for these characters being straight defense. So I don't fully get why they nerfed his alpha. Now, you could argue they did it for PC, because on PC, maybe, you know, I've heard Deku was cracked on PC. And so you can make an argument that that's why, but it's like, why not just give PC and console their own separate nerfs for these characters? I know I heard that on, I think, Stray's video, I think. Oh, it was a while back, though. It wasn't recent. It was a while back where he mentioned something like that, where like, either him or somebody else that mentioned, oh, hey, just give, you know, console and PC their own separate nerfs and buffs that will help balance out the game on both ends. And I still think that they should do that to this day, but instead they kind of just cover the entire game with a set of patch notes, which I don't like. It's like that's not fair. That's not fair. It's not gonna be fair to either PC or console, whether they you know, tend to one or the other. They should just have we should just have our own separate nerfs and buffs for each, you know, for whichever one you play this game. I feel like that would make the most sense. But so let me go ahead and quit yapping about that. Deku, right now. So I should have like some type of like put the bag in the fry, or put the fries in the bag type meme on there, just to go ahead and joke around, just to catch your attention. Realistically, Deku's not dead. He's not a dead character. He's worse now. I'm not gonna lie. He's worse now, but he's not bad though. He's a character that requires more skill now, I would say, which you could argue is bad, since you have other characters that literally doesn't take any skill to play, like Red Dobby, you know, everybody's favorite flamethrower, or even arguably, you know, the new technical Shoto. You can even argue he's a part of that, because I just see people just spam his Ice Glacier into the freaking Heat Flash Wave, whatever it's called. You know the move. Freaking beta into alpha. But, so yeah, so with there being other characters in the game that would literally require almost no skill to play with, you could argue that having to use a character that requires more skill is going to hurt you in the long run. While they're getting rewarded for nothing, you're getting punished for actually trying to be good at the game, and that sucks. So, in my experience with playing with Deku post nerf, I will have to say that the main reason why they nerfed it, in my opinion, one, of course, PC. They tend to PC, and two is the fact that I think they more so want us to combo into his snipe shot now versus just solely depending on his snipe shot. Now, I'm not saying everybody who played Assault Deku just did snipe shot, snipe shot, snipe shot. Try saying that 3 times fast. Goodness gracious. Whole point is they didn't just spam his little crouch shot. I definitely think that it took a little bit of skill / aim to land that, especially depending on your situation, like if you're in close in combat and everything. So, like right here, you can see me when I'm using Deku. I'm still doing my usual strat with him, which is where I do 2, 3, maybe even 4 shots of his alpha, and then I surprise my opponent with a crouch shot. I think they are trying to encourage us to do that more often now, instead of us just solely going for the snipe shot. Because it used to do 150, that's a lot of damage, and if you comboed into it, man, it could be a game ender for some characters, especially a rapid. So I think that they went ahead and did it to, one, give the opposing side a fighting chance, and two, make it where Assault Deku players have to use more skill if they're going to use this character. So see, I'm still using it. Still 95 damage. That's incredibly weak in comparison to what it used to be. But as you guys can see, it still does. It still gets the job done. It's still very powerful. So I won't say very powerful. It's still powerful. It's still powerful, even if it got the major damage nerf. I wanted to catch his compress right here because I know he needed to heal, which I did break his guard, which is great. So when I first read the patch notes, I thought that his crouch shot was useless. I don't feel the same way about it now like I did, but I still think that you'd be much better off most of the time just using his stand up regular shots. You're better off using just his regular alpha shots instead of doing the crouch shot. Because you're going to see a couple times while I'm playing here that even though I hit the crouch shot and I get the good damage off, there are times where I need to go ahead and give chase or put pressure on my enemy, and I can't because I still end up waiting for the reload to come back on my shot. So caught twice here. Yeah, just look at that. That Todoroki's an issue. That guy is. So right here, Denki gets me, but Compress have my back. Thank goodness. Man, fighting a Denki inside of a building just never works out. So I think, after playing these games and everything, the strategy I'm now kind of leaning towards or thinking about when it comes to playing Deku, I'm thinking about maybe trying a strat where I max out his beta first. Because now most of his damage, unless you're going to combo the damage together with his alphas and his gamma into alpha or just straight alpha shots, unless you're going to combo it, most of his damage is really going to come from that drop kick that he does. His St. Louis Smash, I believe it's called. Most of his damage is going to come from that from this point on, unless you just, you're skilled enough to just combo and stuff like that. So I'm considering the idea of maybe maxing that out. Because no one's going to be expecting a maxed out, beta from Deku. And I don't think anybody really expects it to hit as hard as it does either. So I think I'm going to try that next when it comes to playing this character. But overall, this character, he's still cool to play. He's not bad by any means. He did drop a tier, in my personal opinion. If I had to make a tier list, he did drop a tier because of this nerf, because he lost a very great tool, or how effective that tool was. It's almost like with this nerf, they tried to kill his snipe shot, and I don't get why. It's the snipe shot wasn't. Yeah, look at that. Woo. But anyways, the snipe shot wasn't something that I see most people complain about. It wasn't. It might catch you off guard, like, oh snap, that did a lot of damage, or oh wow, let me dodge that. Like, it wasn't hard to dodge. Oh man, I remember this match now. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my team Soul, we was eating storm damage for breakfast, and we had too much. We was doing too much. But yeah, I think that it definitely hurts him, nerfing his damage. I still don't fully get why. I get, again, PC, and maybe they want you to be more skillful with this character, but overall, I don't get it, because you have other characters who have multiple shots of damage that does 180 or 150 plus, and they didn't get nerfed. Yeah, we sold. We really did sell. I'm not gonna lie. We should not have been fighting the storm as hard as we did. I'll talk more about my opinion on the nerf and everything, I'm gonna just wait till we start the next match because we are gonna go into the next match here. But yeah, that's my main thoughts. It wasn't necessary. I get it, but it wasn't necessary. So let's start the next match. So here we go, hopping into the next match. So as I was saying in the previous match, I can see reasons why they nerfed his crouch shot, but I don't know, it wasn't necessary. When you look at characters in this game that people complain about how they're overpowered, broken, etc., you don't hear Assault Deku's crouch shot. You typically hear Strike Dabi's beta, twice his gamma, Mirio, and how he can move around the map and everything, or just his overall damage, because he can do like 150 damage with 3 charges on his alpha. He does 180 damage on his beta. It's like there are other characters who can do way more damage, I would say, consistently than Deku, but they're untouched. And you could argue it's because of their newer characters, but still, it's like that's crazy. It didn't make sense to me. It's like it was one of his valuable tools. Shoot, let's go to more assault characters for an example. We use Kendo for an example. Kendo's alpha does like 150 damage, and she has 9 rounds of that. Now, she is only a close range fighter, but if you're close range with her, she just melts your health bars with no issues. Like, she is a problem by herself. I get why people have to jump her. And then she has her clap too that does 180, and she has 3 charges of that. Now, this isn't for me to say, oh yeah, nerf Kendo. I think Kendo's fine where she at. Please leave her alone. Do not mess with her or she'll be a dead character. Please leave her alone. The point I'm getting at is that she has multiple tools that allows her to make up for her lack of mobility and, be able to contend with other teams. With Deku, he was also in a similar position where he has some mobility with his beta and his gamma, but he had 2 tools to go ahead and, do big damage and to stay as a good contender against other players. And now that they nerf his crouch shot, it's no longer the same. So I don't know. I think that if they're going to be changing his alpha like that and changing our battle plan to play with this character, I'm not gonna lie. I think they should give us a second beta, a second dropkick. I don't see why not. All Might has 2 charges of his beta. Kendo has 3 charges of her gamma. Let me think. Just these characters, they have hard-hitting moves. Strike Dabi has 2 charges of his hug. But yeah, these characters have multiple charges of some big damage moves. So why not give Deku a second beta so he can still, contend and be consistent in this meta of My Hero? Because realistically, after this nerf, I would imagine that nobody's going to play this character. Everybody's going to go play the strike version of him because they know that he's super broken and super easy to play. And I don't like that. I feel like this game should thrive in the idea of having each character be uniquely strong in a specific setting. This Kirishima pissed me off. I'm not even going to lie to you. Bro just came out of nowhere, started swinging, and I was trying to pick up items and everything. Man, and here's another good example. I can't knock Kirishima out of his armor mode. Now, I can use Black Whip, but that's assuming bro stays still long enough for me to even use Black Whip to knock him out of his armor mode. Like, come on. Like, if he capitalized better on his offensive abilities, he could have 100% taken me out of the game right here. 100%. That fight was in his advantage, and I had no way to consistently knock him out of his armor mode. So by this point, I want some payback because he punked me. I didn't like that. That wasn't cool. So yeah, so bro is still trying, and then he got team heal. Like I just was not winning this match right here. Not against him right now. He had a team backing him up. He had the team heal. He pretty much ambushed me while I was trying to get items. I was just not winning that right there. But yeah, so I think personally, I'm hoping that for this next, these next patch notes coming up when the season ends and the new season begins, give this Deku a second beta. That give him something that people still are encouraged to play him again. Because I would imagine that nobody's gonna want to play this guy when he has a way better version in the strike version of his character. That's just my personal opinion. I think that them to give him that degree of a nerf, that bad of a nerf, they killed the character. Not everybody's gonna be inspired to go ahead and just, oh yeah, let me play the character because he's disadvantaged. Let me play the character because he takes more skill. Nobody's gonna want to hear all that. Nobody's gonna want to deal with all that, especially with how cheap the meta is currently. Give this character more to work with if you're gonna be up here nerfing a lot of his damage. Give him more mobility, give him more offensive power. Like I said, with the double beta. Why do I need to be level 9 to get to get two shots of my gamma? Why not have that like level 7 or level 4 even? Like, come on, like you got to give more to this character. I feel like it really feels like they were trying to kill the character, and that doesn't make sense. Like, I get it, they want to sell their newer characters, but that you don't do that by killing your base game characters. That's the game. You're gonna kill the game that way. Because then what stops your newer characters from falling down that route? You know, I say 4 or 5 months down the line. Like that's not a good strategy in my opinion. They need to go ahead and give something to Deku for this massive nerf, because that's insane. And just giving him and just changing his reload speed is not good enough. That's not good enough. So that's my thoughts on Deku. He's still fine, but he is definitely hurt by the nerf. You notice it. I still try to make use of it because you could still get decent damage out of comboing his snipe shot into other things, like his black whip, or shoot a couple times first and then do his crouch shot. You still get great damage out of it. So I would say it's still worth it to use it, but just don't be over dependent on it. Make sure you definitely make use of comboing with this character. So that's all I really have to say on Deku and his nerf. I guess I'm gonna focus more on this game because there's still 8 teams, and I say we're about halfway through the game before end game starts. Yeah, a little bit above half. So I think by this point, yeah, there is Bakugo. I really want to snipe him out of the air. Sometimes my aim is on point, sometimes it's not. And with my aim being sometimes on and off, you can see it in this game. I get a lot of good shots in. Like right there, my aim was on point. Aim assist didn't really help out there. That's what I really wish that they would do with this game. They need to go ahead and stop having this broken aim assist. Because, like, again, no skill. You just aim assist guides you to victory pretty much. And even though I've learned to just accept it and just use it myself, Season 3 was like easily my most favorite season. It was my most played season too. Was. At the rate that this season is going, Season 6 will be my most played season because you guys will not allow me to get to Ace rank, which I don't want it to be given to me, but I should have already been Ace rank by now. My team be selling me sometimes. It's ridiculous. But that's besides the point though. So Season 3 was probably my most played. Was the season I played the most matches because I was genuinely having fun with the game. It was really great that people had to actually depend on their actual aim and not just be guided and have their hand held. So I personally hope that the game does, do that again, tone down the aim assist again, because it's broken in this game. Everybody knows that. That's why someone like Endeavor was insanely broken for the longest time, and he's still very powerful. So I'm hoping that eventually they will tone back down the aim assist, but as of right now, it is what it is. I mean, but I don't need aim assist to sit up here and actually, get my shots off. But I don't want to sit up here and turn off my aim assist and then be actually aim my shots, and by the time I look up, I lost like majority of my health trying to aim my shots because these guys aren't aiming at all. They're just firing. So let's see. Yeah, end game is 30 seconds away. And right now, shoot, me and my team aren't really doing much. I was really hoping in this game to get my beta up. That's another reason why I think I should focus more on beta. I'm missing a lot of damage now, especially because of the crouch shot nerf. I can't do a whole lot of damage consistently unless I mix it up with alphas, betas, and then maybe like a crouch shot to confirm my finish. So Ochako right there, and 105 right there. So I think with a strike character or 2 strike characters, you can get like 110 damage off, or maybe 115, but that is still supremely lower compared to what it was before. But yeah, so I think personally Yellow Deku is still fun. He's not gonna change for me at least. He's still gonna be one of my mains, but just kind of sucks. He was a character who didn't need to be touched. I would argue that he was probably one of the most balanced characters in this game. Got that Bakugo with a crouch shot right there. Yeah, I argue that this guy was one of the most balanced characters in the game. You could use him, and he would be relatively easy to use, but he's somewhat easy to use, but he's not easy to use. Like he was balanced, honestly. He didn't have anything cheesy, anything cheap. He's a character that does, if you are a skilled player, it's very rewarding. And I guess now that's even more true with the little crouch shot thing. I don't know. He's a character that did not need to change. It's plain and simple. He didn't need to change. But it's here, and at least to my knowledge, unless the game considers it as a mistake like they did with Endeavor, they aren't going to change it back. So I guess it is what it is at this point. Hopefully they might buff up the damage a little bit in a future patch, but hey, as of right now, we got to deal with it for the next couple weeks until then. About this Denki slipping. I want to confirm my KO. Oh, I remember this right here. This Cementos was getting on my nerves. Because, like, I was fighting, bro, and I could tell based on how he was playing that I could take him down if I was given the opportunity, especially since he cornered himself right here. I was like, I know I could take bro right here. But then, just everybody just around us, they're just throwing hands. They're just throwing attacks and don't know what they're doing. So right here, it's not even the Cementos that gets me down, I think. I think it's a random Ochako out of nowhere. Yep, flying car. It wasn't even Cementos, just random Ochako out of nowhere. And it just annoyed me because I'm like, I know I could have taken bro right here. I know I could have taken him down and been on my way. But he keeps blocking himself off, and then other teams, they're just attacking as soon as every person they see. Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I was heated about that. He should have been KO'd. My Mario's staying alive. We get revived. I do know that much. Otherwise, I would have gone to the next game. Yeah. So he's going back in, grabbing our chips and everything, which thank goodness for that. I don't know, man. I was just really salty about the entire Cementos thing. Bro shouldn't have got away. Bro practically got away with, like, you know, a crime, murder. Yeah. I was. That's how you know I was mad. I went to go look at bro's profile. When you go and look at somebody's profile, that's how you know you mad. 'Cause you're like, who just took me out, or who was I trying to get? Ain't no way. So now we're back in the game. I'm still trying to get this Cementos because I've seen, like, you know, very good Cementos players. Not to crap on this player, all right, not to crap on you, but I know for sure I could have taken him down if I had the opportunity. So I was like, I could take him down. Plus, Cementos is annoying if you don't focus him. He is so annoying. If you're a character with some type of, like, vertical mobility, take him down. He is mad annoying to deal with. So I believe by this point I'm going up top because, yeah, I still want this Cementos gone. I did not think I was chasing this guy that badly. Goodness. So to get back on topic with the video, yeah, I think they need to go ahead and give Deku, give him something to his other two skills. If they're gonna sit up here and go with the route of, you know, of nerfing his crouch shot. Again, you know, you could argue PC and stuff like that, but I don't know. This character's gonna fall off if they don't give him something. And I don't know. I feel like the game doesn't want that, considering how they tried to buff Endeavors. Because surprisingly, a lot of people wasn't playing Endeavor before, and I don't think that really changed now since they reverted back his buff. So I don't know. It's weird. This was definitely the most unnecessary change I could think of. Alright, remember that aim assist talk I was talking about? Like right here, I can't get no direct shot yet. But wait a second. Wait for it. Bam! Need no aim assist, nothing. Just straight shot right there. But yeah, so overall, Deku needs something else. Or he can keep being that guy who keep putting your fries in the bag and trying to talk about how great he was before before the nerf. Oh my gosh, man, they knew to this character. So I got one more match coming up. I believe it's going to be changing maps, and it'll also show again how the crouch shot still usable, but it still hurts. The nerf still hurts. There's no way of getting around it. Bro definitely dropped down a couple tiers, or maybe at least one tier, thanks to it. So let's hop into this next match. So here we go, hop into the third and final match. But yeah, I don't really think I have too much more to really say about Deku after, you know, everything that went down. Just, he's a character that requires more skill. That can be good or bad depending on who you are. And I would say that's bad for the way that the current meta is for My Hero Ultra Rumble. But hey, kind of is what it is. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Any yellow Deku mains, goodness gracious, English. Anybody who plays Assault Deku, we're just gonna have to go ahead and deal with it honestly until the next couple weeks and see if they do anything about it. based off what I'm seeing, not everyone is really agreeing with the nerf that he got anyway. So hopefully the game developers will listen and they will revert it back, or at least buff his damage to like I don't know, 130, 120. You know, give him something, give him a little bit more. This Deku right here, I don't know what was Bro's problem. It was a strike Deku too. Oh hey, perfect example. Just how Bro out damaging me, and then Todoroki's right there. Like yeah, they just came out of nowhere and started just throwing in. I'm like, dang. Can I get some items? So, here I am trying to get away so I can heal. Got stuck on the corner right there. My team's on the other side of the map, so I can't really depend on them to help me out. I gotta just keep moving. I was gonna hit the team heal. I believe I get the team heal off to go ahead and help out not only myself, but Kurashima, because he was weakened too. And yeah, and then I come across the Todoroki again, so I just started shooting at him. Yeah. Just, I don't know what their problem was. I get it, Battle Royale game, supposed to fight, but if you don't back up and go get your items, because that's what I'm trying to do. Let me go get my items. But no, but I think if I remember correctly, this is a good game. Yeah, so now I'm in vote. I need to see a second beta for Deku. I need to see a second drop kick. I need to be able to do back-to-back drop kicks. I need something. You can't keep doing Deku like this just because the manga ended and everybody's saying the memes about him being a McDonald's worker and everything. Nah, we need to change that. Justice for my boy Deku. Come on now. So I'm in back to this Todoroki because I didn't like how him and Deku would jump for me earlier. Him and Strike Deku. And like I see, like now if it was pre-nerf before the nerf happened, Ochako would have died to that shot. She would have been down. She would have got KO'd. It would have been over. But thanks to the nerfs, she's alive. And Todoroki put up the ice wall to stop him from getting any items and to shoot at me. Petty. I'm surprised to see that there are still people using Strike Todoroki, which he's not bad or anything, but I would imagine with how spammy the tech one is, I would just think that, more people would be more inclined to use him. Unless they can't get him, then that makes sense. But yeah. Still, yeah, he is just shooting away. Yeah, I really want to get this guy. And I just felt disrespected right here because bro is healing like I'm not throwing shots at him, but I hit his teammate instead. Like that was disrespectful. Like by this point, I really wanted to get bro, but I was like, nah, I gotta back up because if I keep pursuing them, I'm just get KO'd somewhere. Because Rapid Bakugo showed up out of nowhere, and after his buff, he's a full-on menace. He is an actual problem. So it's like, let me back on up. So I back up to heal. I joined my team. Who did they take down? I think that's okay twice. I can't remember who they take down right now. Who they took down. English. So 7 teams, 1 minute left before the circle moves again. We're about, I would say, what, halfway through the game or whatever. I'm still trying to go and get my upgrades and get my skills up. I don't know what it is about playing on this map, but this map is very hard, or at least recently became very hard, to just get items. Like, unlike the other map. At least with the other map, there's so many items everywhere that you shouldn't really have any... You shouldn't have too many issues getting items, getting heals and stuff like that, unless you, like, got KO'd and had to come back in the game. So, y'all see right here, I'm still making use of the crouch shot here and everything, but... I mean, shoot, if it was before the nerf, a lot of these attacks would be much more devastating. I don't know, it just kind of sucks. Like, yeah, you have to now to be more skilled with this character. Like, the crouch shot does 95 to 100 damage when you have characters who do that easily. Easily. Whether they're comboing you, or whether they're doing one singular attack and they have 8 rounds of it. Just wild. Man, my bad. I have nothing but blues. Yeah, some greens. I'm pretty sure by this point, yeah, I'm about to go help out Kurashima with an Endeavor, because yeah, Endeavor with aim assist is still a major problem. So I was gonna help him focus down Endeavor. And I thought Red Deku right there slowed him, and then Endeavor bombing his burnout. So I just think that, long story short, you're just better off using all his bullets, regularly versus doing the crouch shot. It's no longer really all that rewarding to use his snipe shot. I think it's still great for you to combo into it if possible, but it's just, I don't know. That's another thing that kind of stuns me about it and why they nerfed it. You're supposed to be rewarded for a shot like that because it does take away all your bullets. So once all those bullets are gone, you know, besides maybe drop kicking them or using Black Whip to close the distance, you are kind of stuck with no option to pressure your enemy. I'm pretty sure I know I said that before, but still, I just feel like that's super important when you have other characters who have faster reload time, and they can pressure you way easier than and you can pressure other people with this character. Just something I want to address. I don't know. The 150 felt like it was rewarding to land. Because it's not like it's just, oh, it has wide range, it can go across the map. It had a far distance, but you have to actually aim to use the skill. Or at least, if you're close enough, then aim assist will hold your hand. But if you were sniping from a distance, you have to actually aim the attack to get the 150 damage. And if you didn't, there goes all your shots. Better luck next time. I don't know. You're supposed to be rewarded for landing such a shot like that because it's a risky play. It's a risky move to use it like that. Whatever though. Hey, I can say they can complain about it till I'm blue in the face. What's done is done. So by this point, the circle is almost at end game. It's closing in before it closes in another time. 168, and it's only at level 7. Yeah, his dropkick hits really hard. I wish there was more ways to go ahead and combo his beta. I feel like a lot of people don't utilize his beta, honestly. So I was shooting the bush right there, hoping that Bakugo stayed there, but I believe, yeah, he went inside that little building right there. So I just finished him off with a dropkick. Why not? Yeah, so yeah, just 80. You're better off just using the 80 shot versus using all your bullets and getting 95. Yeah, my personal thoughts. So who's all left? There's 3 teams left. There's a Todoroki. Pretty sure there's a Mirio somewhere. There's always a Mirio. Strike Deku. I think that was the one from earlier too. Yeah, that's the 2 from earlier. Oh my gosh. And now they're only stronger. Oh no. Pretty sure I go up here to go ahead and start hitting a team heal, yo. So my team keep fighting while I hit the team heal and then join the fight back, or get back in the fight myself. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot more to really say about this. I'm not a fan of the nerf. I hope that they eventually change it, or give Deku more tools with his other 2 skills. Give him more shots, reload, or make it increase his reload speed. Do something, give him something more to work with. Because I can tell you right now, the number of people playing this character are about to severely drop if they haven't already. So finally caught the Todoroki. Then Mirio flying out of nowhere. Plus, you can still get very good damage with this character. I don't know, maybe they did the alpha nerf to encourage you to use the beta more. I don't know. Because I rarely see people use the beta with this character, like really. Unless they're using it for mobility. Which, in my opinion, is too strong a move to use for only mobility. So I was trying to see if the Opal was in the bush over here, because I did remember seeing him, but he was right there. I didn't even realize bro was right there. So yeah, so if you do 2 shots and then the snipe shot, that's like an automatic guard break. That's when you combo it all together. And then Toga, that's just fighting from a distance. That's the most annoying thing. When I'm fighting somebody else and you just come out of nowhere, and I reckon that's Toga's teammate, but you could be on a different team and you see another person fighting somebody and then you just third party. Most annoying thing, especially when you just stop me from getting my down. Because right there, that should have been my down. Thank you, Ochako, for covering for me, but that should have been my down. But yeah, this game looks pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure me and my team already got this. So, Mirio, Toga, Overhaul. We already took out Overhaul. Toga and her spam. Like, there's no way they looked at Deku and said, oh, hey, he needs a nerf. And they just looked at Toga and said, nah, she's fine. She can keep spamming all the moves she likes with no cooldowns. Like, there's no way that the game developers seriously looked at that and thought that was okay, right? Well, of course they did, but then we wouldn't be sitting here talking about it. So, yeah, so I'm making sure I'm utilizing the crouch shot. It might have been better to use the regular shots right there, to be honest. But I'm making sure to focus down this Toga. Don't want her getting back up. And then see, the only one left is Mirio. And I think this right here is the perfect way to end the match with the talk being about, you know, his crouch shot nerf. Right here is perfect. Mirio think he's safe up there, and I got another surprise for him. Bam! So I think that's pretty neat. But yeah, so that's the match, that's the game, that's the entire video. Long story short, if you made it this far, I don't know, put in the comments, I don't know, have a plus ultra day or something, some stupid like that. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, tell me your thoughts about, you know, Deku's Nerf. I'm not a fan, and I hope we get some type of compensation for it. That's really it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. So, see ya.